Hello, hello there. Welcome to my first ever YouTube channel. Excuse my background, that is, I'm sitting in my attic because I'm hiding from my children. And I'm a little bit nervous, so excuse me if I'm touching my hair too much. Normally, I am not this nervous because I'm a Facebook person. But I'm here to introduce myself to you. For those who will join me on YouTube that does not know me, this is my video that I'm going to introduce myself to you guys. I will be also explaining the reason why I think I should start up this YouTube channel. First, my name is Samantha. I was born in Jamaica. I am big 34. Yes, big 34. And I am a mother of twins. I am married. I am a one burner for 13 years now. I live in Europe, and that's practically it. A few years ago I was at Facebook. We blew up because of my kids, and people was saying to me, Samantha, why don't you do a YouTube channel? We will come over there, we will follow you. Maybe this video is gonna be a little bit long, but bear with me. We will follow you, we will come over there. But you know what? I did not see myself making a YouTube channel if I was not contributing something to people. And I could not find anything that I wanted to contribute to people because I just don't want to go, even when I'm on Facebook and I do my live videos, I don't just do my live videos just because I want followers, or I want people to know me, or I want to blow up and get famous on the internet. That is definitely not me. I think if I'm using the internet, I want to use the internet for a good cause, a good reason. I want to leave a footprint behind when I die. When I'm no longer here, I want to leave a footprint that people, like a legacy that people can live off of. It might, what I'm doing right now, it might touch some while it may not touch some. But I appreciate the people that will be here, that will be subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate those who will contribute their comments. So, um, like 2 3 days ago, I thought to myself, why not start up the YouTube channel? And then I was like, God, what am I gonna talk about? Why am I going over YouTube? I was going through some situations and I was looking back in myself and I was thinking about the society that I was brought up in. And that society that I was brought up in, it places me in a position that I thought that I was in a boxing ring. So I think I'm gonna give my YouTube channel the name um Life in a Boxing Ring. That's what I thought. And then I just came up with the name, and then I registered on YouTube, and here I am right now. I want my channel to be a focus on, you will get family blogs from us because I people normally enjoy my family, especially my children, and you all will get little family blogs from me. You'll be seeing my husband. Sometimes you'll be seeing my twins, my son and my daughter. But you know what? Those will be extra. I want this channel to solely focus on broken women. And I will not be just putting out contents out there about broken women just because I think that I must touch this topic and I will get subscribers and followers. No. Me, myself, I am a broken woman. Me, myself, found myself in a position where I thought I was in the boxing ring. Life has placed me in the boxing ring and I had to get knocked, I got knocked down and I had to get back up. I fall and I rise so much times. And that is the reason why I gave myself on Facebook name Never Samantha Never Quits. Because I never quit. In spite of how life boxed me on the ground, I brush myself off and I get up back. But how I got up back is by the grace of God. Because we don't do nothing on our own. We do things, by the grace of God. Yeah? We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So I'm not going to give myself all the credit that I pick myself up and brush myself off. I was a broken vessel that God picked up and mend back together. And I think that I have a legacy and I want to share it with people. And not just people, specifically broken women. I want my YouTube channel to focus on broken women. And please note that this will be a very emotional YouTube channel because things that I've never spoken before will be spoken over here. And if anyone knows, any broken woman knows that they have gone through stuff and they don't want to join, they don't want to listen to me, don't just come and bash me because I dig deep into your wounds, because I have many too. I have scars that are emotional and it's like they happened yesterday because they're not being healed as yet. But day by day I teach myself how to go on. You understand? I never quit, and by the grace of God I'm still going on. So I'm here to focus on broken women because in the society that I was brought up in Jamaica, growing up from I was small, I'm going to use myself as an example. As a little girl growing up into a woman or young adult teenager, now, I don't think that looking back, I don't think that women got the credit that they're supposed to get. I don't think women get the proper treatment that they're supposed to get, the respect that they're supposed to get. I am one of those young girls that was never being credited at home. My bullying started from home, from my mom. I could remember everything I did. I was being bullied. God is my witness. Everything I was being bullied. At the end of the day, I was being taught how to do domestic work. Meaning you have to in Jamaica you have to know how to spread the bed, you have to know how to clean the house, you have to know how to cook. You have to know how to wash your clothes to put it on the line. Those things it's like you have to learn those things. Those those are the basic things that you must learn. So I learned those things and I learned them well. And whenever time I would clean my house, whenever time I would cook a good meal, or whenever time I spread the bed good or something, I would get compliments like, when you grow up you're gonna be a good housewife, you're gonna know to take care of a man, and you're gonna know how to take care of your children. I used to get that compliment a lot, but at the end of the day, they were telling me that, listen, just because you can do good domestic work, You can take care of a man. You will be able to take care of a man when you grow up. You will be able to take care of your kids when you grow up. But at the same time, when I make a mistake, they were tearing me down, especially the number one female in my life that was supposed to show me that I'm a princess, that was supposed to tell me that I'm beautiful, that I'm strong, that I can do, I can make it in life. I will be what I wanted to be in life. I'm going to be a strong woman. I never heard those words from her. I got complimented when I did the domestic work good. But as soon as I make a mistake, I would be told how my mouth was long like a hog. Um, I had an aunt that is her elder sister that she used to tell me that I'm ugly like her aunt. That is like my aunt or elder sister. Yeah, you're ugly and favor. I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna just call her. I'm not gonna call her right name. Let me call her Dorothy. You're ugly and favor Dorothy. Yeah, that's just a name replacement. That's not her real name. You're ugly and favor Dorothy. Your mouth long like the hog. I have gap teeth, as you guys can see, and my gap teeth. She used to tell me it looks like a vampire. I have thick lips, and that's why she think my mouth long like the hog. And my God-given nappy hair that God has given me, I wasn't being told that it was beautiful because my effing head dry like a. You understand? So growing up as a little girl, that's why I think women from we were girls, we didn't get the respect that we deserve, and we was not being brought up to love ourselves. We was not being brought up to know that we are powerful, we are queens, and we can do all things that our hearts desire. So I was brought up broken. I was brought up bullied by the woman that carried me 9 months. And growing up, I was this young lady that used to hold my head down. I was very shy and I was very depressed growing up because the least little thing that happened to me when I was small, I used to cry. I was this cry baby, and nobody asked me, why are you crying? Nobody would sit me down and ask me, why are you such a cry baby? Why you cry for everything? What's going on? Why you so emotional? Then when I was crying, they would abuse me even more and call me names like Simple Simon. They would tell me that I'm retard. Yeah, you're retarded, Simple Simon. So from back in the days growing up, I used to think to myself, you're girl. I used to see that like the other siblings, they would be like on the front line and I would be in the back. So I was thinking, I'm good for nothing. I would go to school and I would be very shy, and people talk to me, and my toe would be digging in the dirt, and I couldn't do eye contact with people because at the end of the day I think, how can I look at these people because I am so ugly? Every time I make a mistake, my mom reminded me how ugly I am like her elder sister. She reminded me how dry my hair is. Your effing head dry like a, your mouth long like a hog, and all those things. So I didn't want this hog mouth looking um dry effing dry girl were ugly like a Dorothy looking in people's face. I could remember one time I was playing with my childhood friends outside when I was in fifth grade, and I could not concentrate. I every minute we have an outside pipe that I would run to every minute, and I would just wash my face. I was literally trying to wash the ugly off of my face because when I look at my friends, I was thinking why these little girls are so beautiful. Why their mom didn't tell them that their mouth long like a hog and them head dry and all of them stuff that I've endured at home. So I ran to the pipe without anybody knowing, the outside pipe, and I would wash my face. I would literally try to wash the ugly off my face. And I always dream of when I grow up, how I'm gonna buy bleaching cream, and I'm gonna do surgery. And one of the time I even thought to myself, this might sound stupid, but it's real. I thought that, you know what, I want to do. I used to hear when I was small that Michael Jackson had done a lot of plastic surgery, because they showed me pictures of Michael Jackson when he was like black, then he changed himself into white. I think I want to do that too, because at least I'll be beautiful, I'll gain the attention, and I'll gain love from my mother, because I was one of this child that was yearning for love. I've never been hugged, I've never been kissed by the female who carried me 9 months. I've never been told that I'm beautiful. I've never been told that you're a queen. I've never been complimented. I know I'm a female that grows up in the house, and knowing that I have a mom in the house, but the mom presence is there, that washes your clothes, that cook your food, and comb your hair and send you to school. But emotional attachment was never there. We was never being close to each other. The closest I went to her is when I have to sat between her legs and on the floor when she have to comb my hair, and after that I get up. Normally when I'm combing my little child's hair, and at the point when she was combing my hair, if you don't hold your head straight, like they say in Jamaica, hold your head, then maybe I'll get a slap, or aggressively she would turn my head in the position that she wanted it to be. Now when I feel my daughter's body next to mine, she sat next to me, rub shoulders with me, she lie on my chest, I hug her, I kissed her, we played sometime. Me and my daughter, we play like a pussy and dog. Sometimes she pulled my wig off. That's how that's the relationship I would have with my children, both my twins. My son is not the playful type, so therefore I respect his decisions, and I know that every child have their own character, and every child will act different in spite of these children are twins. And I ask myself, why didn't I get this? What did I do wrong? When I was small, I used to blame myself so much about the saying, you shouldn't have been born ugly. I feel like the ugly duckling, and I thought maybe you should be beautiful. Maybe if your mouth wasn't long and all that. And you know what? I had low self esteem for years. I was hating myself. It reaches a point where I run away from home. When I run away from home, I start buying weaves, hair extensions. And the main hairstyle that I would do is a center part right here. So it everybody know me for center part, and it would fall down on my face, so it would cover the two sides of my face, my center part, and the long hair would be here, because I don't it's that's like I was hiding under the weave. Because when I left home, the first thing that I do was stick a job, and I had boyfriend at the age of 15. So I had to do what I've got to do to like make myself happy. I feel like when I'm covered under that hair, when I do the center part, then nobody will see the ugliness. And when I was in fourth grade, I could remember I had this cousin that came over by our house, and you know she said I must help her to take down her braids, because she had long hair and she used to do those small plaits in her hair, some really small braids, and she had plenty hair, long hair. And I helped her to take down her braids. Now in Jamaica we use clothespins, and it's summer, and we always summer there. We don't really have cold weather. Everybody knows that already. I don't have to explain that. So hanging all the clothes on the line, sometimes we leave the clothespins on the line. And she told me that that's the woman that gave birth to me, said, listen, I told you that you should look for the clothespins under the line, but you did not do it. And I said, I did not hear you. And she gets so angry that day. I was in fourth grade. She gets so angry and so aggressive, to the point where She, I was the quietest kid in the house growing up. I was so quiet. You know what they used to tell me? You can't mash ants. You're simple Simon. Because I don't even talk. When I was in first grade, I don't even have friends. I don't socialize with anybody. But you know what? Nobody knows what was going on inside of me. I was definitely broken. I was broken. I was a broken little girl growing into a broken adult woman. So she said I must pick up the clothespins from under the line, which I didn't hear. And when my cousin was gone, she said, she called me by my name. And she said, my family name is Kerrian. And she said, you know what? I told you to look for the clothespins under the. I said, I didn't hear. She said, she gets so angry at me. And she said to me, move fryer so in Jamaican language. Move fryer so when you grow big, no man not go want you. Man not go use you, refuse you, and abuse you because you're so effing ugly. Now, what she was, for those who want to, me to translate in English, she's saying I must leave from here. When I grow up, no man will want me. Men will only use me, refuse me, and abuse me because I'm effing ugly. I thought to myself, I was in fourth grade. I was very young. I said, what, why should I know that at this age? And just because she asked me to pick up some clothes in from under the line, and I did not hear, allegedly, she said she told me that. That's the reason why you're gonna come out and be so angry at your kid. So I know that I was being hated from I was small. I was being pushed aside from I was small. I was never the one that gets complimented or loved. I don't know what. Honestly, before God, I don't know what it is for a mother to hug me. I don't know how a mother's kiss feel from our small girl. I just don't know. I know I had a female presence in the house that does the mommy chores, which is sending me to school, fix my hair, wash my clothes, provide food for me to eat, shoes on my feet and clothes on my back. But furthermore, I don't know what it feels like to have a mommy. So I was brought up as a broken woman, a, a broken child growing up. So this is just an introduction of how what my channel will be about. I will be speaking to broken women, and I will be speaking to teenagers too. I'm just giving you guys the nitty-gritty of what went down. I'll be speaking on topics like abortion. I'll be speaking on topics like runaway girls. I'll be speaking on topics like suicide. It's a whole lot of things. Sexual molestation. I'll be speaking on a whole lot on this YouTube channel, and it's been dedicated to broken women, very broken woman, woman that needs to know that I get up, woman that needs to know that God has brought me this far, so you can do it too. Those are the women that I will be encouraging. Those are the young girls that I will be encouraging. I'll be encouraging young girls that have a mom is present but don't have a mom. You can have the presence of a female in your house but does not know what it is to have a mother. And I'll be speaking to, excuse me, broken women and young girls how to break the generation curse. Because if I do it, anybody else can do it too. Anybody else can do it too. And communication, I'll be speaking on communication too. Because a family that prays together stays together. When I was in seventh grade, I did. I had an argument with my. She had an argument with me. I did something wrong. I woke up late. I was supposed to go to school early because I was on a morning shift. My socks, I could not find them. I'm supposed, my duty is to wash the dishes before I leave in the morning. I couldn't I couldn't have done that that morning because I was late. Excuse my sinus. She gets very angry at me. I turn around. I was in seventh grade. I never forget. I turned around and I said to her, "I'm sorry. When I come home, I wash the dishes." And I said, "Can I tell you something?" I was willing to explain what happened. And the next thing was the door. We live in a one room board house, and the next thing that came in my face is the door. I could have remembered clearly that morning. I tried to communicate with her. I was in seventh grade, and you know what? Just slammed the door in my face angrily. She was just always angry at me. It's like when she see me, she sees the devil. I went to school that morning and I was crying, but the tears wasn't just falling out of my eyes. I tried to swallow it. As I told you guys, I am a never quitter. You understand? I told myself that I will never quit being happy. In spite of I'm gonna play it off and put on my poker face. I had this friend by the name of Antoinette. And I said to Antoinette, you know what, this morning I tried to talk with my mom and she slammed the door in my face. Now, Antoinette, she was in seventh grade with me. Excuse my sinus. And I mean, what advice can such a young friend give to me? Huh? She only stand up there and she look at me and then she changes the conversation. And we went on with our day. And when I went home, the same trauma. I'm going on to the same trauma. You understand? Because I brought up with this female that she does not forgive and forget. You will do something like months back and then every day she throw it in your face. It's not somebody that sit down and tell me. I'm not talking, we're six siblings that I know, both with my mother and father. And I never had the support from a mom that she sat down and said, listen, you make mistakes and mistakes makes you grow. When I made mistakes, I was being reminded how ugly I am. Everything just came crashing down on me. And I would just hide and I would just cry and I would cry my eyes out. And I was a sensitive little kid and I was so emotional, and everything happens to me. I just start crying. I just cried. I just cried. I cried my eyes out so much that I don't know. I don't know. I just can't come to my senses. I ask myself questions like, what did I ever done to deserve all this? Why was I being treated like this? Is it my fault? And you know what, growing up, it leaves scars inside of me. A whole lot of scars. And I'm just trying not to cry here. I'm sorry. I've never came to a place in my life where I can sit down and ask questions like why. I've tried a lot of time to communicate, but the communication wasn't there on the other side. I tried to communicate, but it turns out into a big argument because I came from a home like this where generation curse is a big issue. Because it's like great grandma and grandma wasn't no no wasn't them not take tea, them not plant gungo line. Great grandma and grandma from a small and young age, they are never friends. Great grandma treat grandma like she's a nobody, and then grandma come treat my mother the same, and then she passed it on to me. And these are generations that you can't sit down and tell them, listen, you are wrong, this, you hurt me, and they put on their big woman skirt and say, listen man, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I hurt you and I'm sorry. Like my daughter can sit down and tell me, listen, mommy, you hurt me, and I can say, okay, let's talk about it. What did I do to hurt your feelings? And then we will squash it out. This is a generation that's going to look into your face and tell you, listen, I'm not sorry. Even though I know I'm wrong, your mother is your mother and your father is your father, and that's it. So at the end of the day, you'll go to your grave bitter. And if you don't pick up yourself emotionally, you never know, you'll pass it on to your kids. But I'm not the type of person that could pass things on to my kids because I know how much it hurts. And I was determined to break the generation curse. I definitely don't want this video to be very long, as it is already too long. I will be coming back with more videos, and this YouTube channel is gonna be solely over, not solely, I must say, mostly over the a documentary of my life. Yeah, it's gonna be solely dedicated to Broken Woman, and it's gonna be mostly over my personal life, my personal experience. I'll be talking about how life has placed me in the boxing ring and how I get up by the grace of God. So, if you guys want to tune in to hear more, you guys can just share my video, like, and just comment. Just comment, because I'm going to get myself together and I'm going to think about where I'm going to start, because wow, it's long. It's very, very, very long. I have a whole lot of topics. A whole lot of topics. I've, it's so much. So I will see you guys the next time, and thank you very much for your attention.